Could drinking ice cold water actually harm your heart? It sounds unlikely, right? But for some, it might be riskier than you think. I recently attended to a 56-year-old patient with heart failure and high blood pressure. His BP was 160 over 100 mm mercury at the time. He complained of shortness of breath and fatigue, and his family mentioned he had this unusual habit of constantly drinking ice cold water, even during meals. They were convinced it has contributed to his health problems and wanted me to talk to him about it, since they have all been unsuccessful in trying to make him stop the habit. That got me thinking, could something as simple as drinking cold water cause heart problems or even make them worse? Have you ever wondered if your daily habits, like drinking cold water, could be affecting other parts of your health? Let's find out. Let's start with the good news. Cold water can actually be great for you. After exercising on a hot day, it helps cool your body down and prevents dehydration. And because it feels so refreshing, it can encourage you to drink more, keeping you hydrated. For athletes, this is especially important because staying hydrated improves recovery and performance. While for those who live in hot climates, here's a pro tip. Keep your water slightly chilled, not icy cold, for better hydration without shocking your system. Plus, do you know that cold water can give your metabolism a slight boost? Your body works to warm it up, burning a few extra calories along the way. I will talk more about this later in this video. Now, let's flip to the risk. Drinking very cold water might not be ideal for everyone, especially if you have a sensitive stomach or digestive issues. Cold temperatures can actually tighten blood vessels in your stomach, making it harder for your body to absorb nutrients. This can lead to bloating or discomfort, particularly if you drink cold water while eating spicy or greasy foods. Think about it. Pairing ice cold water with a heavy meal is like trying to wash oil off a plate with freezing water. It actually doesn't mix well. Now imagine this. You've just had a spicy meal and you gulp down a glass of icy water. Your stomach, already working hard to digest your food, now has to deal with a sudden temperature shock. This can cause discomfort for some people. Have you ever felt bloated after drinking cold water with your meals? If so, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your experience. So, can cold water directly harm your heart? The short answer is no. Drinking cold water alone won't cause heart problems, but it can have indirect effects, especially if you already have a heart condition. Now, when you drink cold water, your blood vessels tighten temporarily. For most people, this isn't an issue. But for someone with hypertension or heart problems, it could lead to a slight short-term spike in blood pressure. While it's not the root cause of this condition, it can add to the overall strain on the heart. If you have high blood pressure, arrhythmias, which is abnormal heart rhythm, or other heart conditions, it's a good idea to limit how much ice cold water you drink, especially if you do so in large amounts or very quickly. Cold water can also even trigger the vagus nerve, which helps regulate your heart rate. In rare cases, this can cause your heart rate to slow down momentarily. So how cold is too cold? Water between 7 to 15 degrees centigrade is refreshing and safe for most people. But water near 0 degrees centigrade, that is straight from the freezer, can be harsh especially if taken in large amounts. Individual tolerance varies. Some people can handle ice cold water with no issues, while others feel bloated or uncomfortable after just a few sips. If you find cold water bothers your digestion, try alternating between cold and room temperature water to find what works best for you. Drinking 2 to 4 cups of cold water a day is fine, but drinking more than 1 liter of ice cold water at once, that could stress your digestion and even impact your blood pressure if you are sensitive. Unless you are training for a polar bear plunge, there is really no need to force yourself to drink water that's ice cold all the time. Now, let's tackle some of the most common questions I get asked about cold water and health. Yes, it's true. Drinking cold water can help you burn a few extra calories. Here's how it works. When you drink ice cold water, your body has to work harder to warm it up to body temperature, which burns energy. But, and here's the key, it's a tiny amount of calories. We are talking about maybe 5 to 10 calories for a glass of ice water. So, if you are hoping to lose weight by drinking cold water, it's not exactly a magic bullet. If burning calories with cold water worked as a weight loss plan, I'll be sitting here with an ice cube diet instead of a stethoscope. And that said, staying hydrated in general does help with weight management. Studies show that drinking water before meals can reduce your appetite and support better portion control. So while cold water alone won't give you abs, keeping hydrated can be an important part of your overall health and fitness plan. This is a question I get asked all the time. Is cold water harmful in the morning? The answer is not really. For most people, drinking cold water when you wake up isn't harmful at all. In fact, it's a great way to rehydrate after a long night's sleep. Your body loses water while you sleep through breathing, sweating, and other processes. Drinking water first thing in the morning, whether cold or room temperature, can help jumpstart your metabolism and wake up your organs. Cold water also has the added bonus of feeling refreshing, which can give you a mental boost. That said, if you have sensitive teeth or find that cold water in the morning causes stomach discomfort, please try room temperature water instead. It's gentler and still does the job of rehydrating your body. I'm curious, are you a cold water person in the morning, or do you prefer it warm, like in tea or coffee? Drop your answer in the comments. This might surprise you. Yes, cold water can sometimes help with headaches, especially if dehydration is the cause. When you are dehydrated, your brain tissue can temporarily shrink, pulling away from the skull and triggering pain receptors. Drinking water, whether cold or room temperature, rehydrates the body and can often ease the headache. Cold water has an additional benefit. It cools the blood flow to your brain, which can reduce the sensation of heat-related headaches or migraines. However, there is a catch. If you drink cold water too fast, you might trigger what we call a brain freeze instead. Now, brain freeze or sphenopalatine ganglioneuralgia happens when the cold water touches the roof of your mouth, causing your blood vessels to contract and then rapidly expand. This sudden rush sends pain signals to your brain. It's temporary, but not exactly the relief you are looking for when you have a headache. If you are prone to dehydration headaches, Try sipping water slowly throughout the day to stay ahead of the problem. And if you're dealing with a migraine, cold water might help cool you down. But pairing it with other remedies like rest or with using bright lights can work even better. I hope this answers clear up some of your questions about cold water and your health. If you have more questions, drop them in the comments. I would love to hear what you are curious about. Here's my final advice. Enjoy cold water in moderation. It's great after exercise or on a hot day, but during meals, room temperature water might be better for digestion. If you have heart issues or digestive problems, listen to your body and make adjustments accordingly. Remember, small changes like balancing cold and room temperature water can have a big impact on your overall health. And most importantly, stay hydrated is the foundation of good health. Your health is your greatest asset. Take care of it, and it is sure it will take care of you. So, what do you think? Have you ever noticed how cold water affects your body? Maybe you love ice cold drinks, or you are someone who can't handle them. Drop a comment below and share your experience. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And hey, if you are enjoying content like this, why not hit that subscribe or follow button? When you do, you'll get regular tips on how to stay healthy, break down myths, and learn practical advice you can use every day. Whether it's heart health, hydration, or overall wellness, I'm here to make complex topics seem simple and fun. Oh, and don't forget to like and share this video too. It's a small action that makes a big difference in helping others live healthier lives. Together, we can spread knowledge and keep each other informed. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care and stay healthy.